Hello, everyone. Marty Graceberg here from the Profit with Partnerships Accelerator Program. And here with me is one of our successful students, Maria Bond. And I will be sharing with you and her the story or her journey on how she got from where she was struggling with to really a great starting in the program doing the 70 ROI that we're going to be talking about. But first off, I want Maria to share with us her story, her background, what she does, who is she serving. That way you can have an idea or where is she coming from, what does she do, and see for yourself if this is something that you want to do as well for your business. So take it away, Maria.
Hello, I'm Maria. I am founder of the Wedding Ceremony Store. So I am a celebrant or an officiant, wherever you are in the world. It's the different name for the same thing, someone who officiates wedding ceremonies. And obviously you can hear by my twang that I'm from Australia, that I created the Wedding Ceremony Store, which is a whole big suite of digital products that I sell to celebrants or officiants anywhere around the world, anyone who is officiating a wedding ceremony, and it takes them from beginning to end. We call it, Marie came up with this idea, business in a box for celebrants or officiants. So that's what I sell in my online store.
And I love your story and the fact that your niche is so, I serve the internet marketing niche. So the serving your niche in the wedding officiant wedding the bridal niche is like alien to me in terms of but what I love is that is the beauty of using strategies that works across the board, whatever your niche is. So before we get further, I want you to share our audience, what were you struggling before you started with, or you came into our program, the Profit with Partnership?
So I've been running the Wedding Ceremony Store for about 12 or 18 months, and I've been kind of teaching myself and trying to learn online, and I'd learned a lot in that time. But affiliate marketing, I knew from the very beginning, was something that I would need to understand and do well in order to, make the kind of money that I wanted to make in my business. And I had taught myself along the way, but I got to a point where I knew I needed strategy, I needed a plan, and I needed the words, actually. That's what I needed. I needed someone to tell me exactly what to do. And I actually did a lot of research to find someone to help me with affiliate marketing, because there's a lot out there. And I did a few little online courses, but I didn't commit to anyone. I was very nervous about committing my time and money to someone. And it took me probably 6 months to really find you, Marie, and decide that you were my person. Yeah.
Oh, that is really great to hear that. And for those of you who are watching and are not familiar with affiliate marketing, is that what we're talking about here is leveraging other people's resources in terms of like email list or audience in order to promote and your online courses or your programs or your coaching services for that matter. So this is a marketing strategy where you are tapping into other people's platform, like the email list, is particularly their email list. And that's what we've done with Maria. Okay, so you look into other programs for 6 months or so and like that, and you knew from the very beginning that you wanted to tap into affiliates as part of your marketing strategy. So when we started with the program, what were some of the most helpful things that will help you in order to get the ball rolling?
So for me, what I loved is you were just really clear on your plan. You broke it down very easily for me, and I felt like it was achievable. So I run this online business, but I also do other work, and I have 4 children. And so I was worried that I was going to feel rushed. I've done that with other kind of courses or things that I've done online, and I felt pressured, but I have never felt pressured working with you. Even if I've had to change a time for a meeting or push out something, you've been totally flexible with that. And even the plan itself seemed really achievable right from the get-go. And it was just clear. I knew I was doing this for 2 weeks, then I was doing this for 2 weeks, and you didn't give me everything that I needed to do. So you would tell me, this is what you need to do for 2 weeks, and this is how you do it. And I remember asking you at one point, oh, so what about that thing in a few weeks? Do you want to just email me? And you were said, no, we will do that in 2 weeks. And I loved that, because if you had given me that information, I would have become overwhelmed and I wouldn't have been systematic in my approach. So that was the thing that I really loved from the get-go.
I love that you mentioned that one, because that was exactly done on purpose to avoid this overwhelm. Because remember, when we are overwhelmed, we tend to procrastinate and do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's not going to get us anywhere. So I love that you mentioned that one. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest breakthrough or accomplishment that you achieved with the Profit with Partnerships Accelerator program. And as a caveat here for you listeners, this is part 1 of our case study. We're going to have part 2, which I'm really excited about. So during this part 1, we're going to focus on the strategy that we helped Maria achieve great results that literally I was beaming and smiling for her because this is a woman who really walks the talks, as they said. I mean, there's nothing that's going to happen if you're not taking action. So that's another thing. You need to take action. But what was the biggest accomplishment that you've achieved so far during this early stage in our program?
Well, it was, of course, the 7-day return on investment. So I was able to make $5,000 in that week. And it was just absolutely thrilling. It was hard work, but I followed the plan. What I loved about it was obviously that I had set myself that goal, and so I was absolutely thrilled, and you were so excited for me as well. And so we just had this great week of emailing each other these very excited emails, which was really sweet because I knew how excited you were for me. But what I loved about that as well, it was really, really hard work. So that week with the 7-day return on investment, it was really, really hard work. But what I loved about it, obviously, was the financial gain at the end of the week, but also that I had learned the process. And so I knew I could roll that out now. I had that skill and I could do it again and again and again. So that was what was so exciting about that.
And the beauty of that one is now you have that success to anchor with for the remaining time that we're going to be working in a program. And think about it, we only work with one affiliate. Imagine that one.
Yeah.
So what we're preparing coming up is the big multi-JV or multi-affiliate partner launch. Imagine what the results will be during that time. So I couldn't be more excited. Okay, so a few more questions. So what made you almost not join the program? Meaning, were you hesitant, and what made you hesitant in the beginning? I know it's a big investment, not just in terms of money, but the time and commitment. And you and I have families to take care of as well and to have time with. So was there any hesitation, and what were the hesitation?
Yeah, I think it was both of those things, the money and the time, because I am just a mum working from home, really doing lots of different things. And I thought to myself, I had done a lot of investigation. So I had this gut feel and an educated view that this was going to be the right program for me. But I was still really nervous because I thought, what if it isn't? What if I blow my money? What if I blow my time? And that was my big block. But I did push through that, and I did it felt right. It really did.
Yeah, so I think that holds true for a lot of us. especially when we're investing a lot of our time and our resources, there's always that hesitation. But what the most important thing is to make that choice and make that decision to push through despite all of those fears and hesitations, because there's always risk in life in general. You always make a risk, and if you don't take the risk, what would your life be? And would you rather live in regret, for example, or take the risk? There is no guarantee in life, there is no guarantee in this program either. But then what would be your life if you did make that decision? I always look at that way. Like, I imagine what would be if hadn't I not taken this decision, and what would it be if I took that decision or that leap of faith. And in every time I invested my time and my resources, there's always a gain, whether it be financial, whether it be emotional, whether it be intellectual, whether there's this intangible results. And I'm okay with that one. Maybe it didn't achieve my tangible results, but I know that there's something that I've achieved one way or another. So that's how I look at this. I'm glad that you shared that one. So in closing, what would you say to people who are on the fence of getting into the program and truly leveraging these platforms of tapping into other people's resources called affiliates or partners in order to grow and scale their business in ways that you never thought possible by doing this alone?
Look, obviously, I am for it. I would say do it. But I understand the hesitation. I absolutely was there as well. But I would say really similar to what you're saying. Like, for me, I knew that I wanted to do affiliate marketing. I knew that was the way forward for my business if it was going to be a success in the way I wanted it to be. And I knew that I'd taught myself as much as I could possibly teach myself. And I'd done a lot of research as to who's out there teaching it. So, and I knew I had drilled down to you, and I knew that you were the person for me, but yet I was still really scared to do it. And I thought to myself, well, I've come to the point now where I'm either going to take a leap of faith for my business or I'm not. So, which one is it going to be? And of course, I did take the leap of faith with you, and I'm so incredibly grateful that I did. And I would just, highly recommend that to anyone else who wants to do it. Your flexibility, your knowledge, your kindness, and your expertise is just, it's incredible. It really is. It's really special. It's really is.
It warms my heart to hear that, Maria, and I couldn't wait to get even bigger results, because we're not done with the program yet. This is just phase one, which is just part one. So watch out for part two, because we're definitely going to be sharing with you the results that Maria and will have inside the program. So if you are thinking about using affiliates as part of your marketing strategy, especially if you have leverage programs or online courses that are already built and you want a leverage way of marketing it, affiliates is the way to go, or joint venture partners, if you want to call it that way, is the way to go. So Maria, it's really a pleasure working with you, and I couldn't wait to get to the multi-JV launch that we are preparing for you, and I couldn't wait to see even those numbers going double, triple, quadruple, and even more. And also to create this platform for you so that you can continue using this strategy over and over again and achieve that consistent income that you wanted. And I know that you shared with me when we started working together. I have no doubt that you will be able to achieve that. So thank you so much for taking the time today, and also for being with the program. You truly are my star student.
Thank you, Marie, and thank you for everything that you have done to support me. And as I said, your kindness and your knowledge combined is absolutely magic. So thank you.